Today, I'm going to tell you a story of a giant turnip. I don't know if you've ever seen a turnip before, but take a look at this. A turnip has leaves that some people like to eat, but it also has this purple part that a lot of people like too. It grows underground like a carrot. When you want to harvest a turnip, you need to pull it out to eat it. So, here's the story. Once upon a time, there was an old man who planted vegetable seeds every year to grow vegetables for himself and his wife. One spring day, he planted turnip seeds in a field just over the hill from his house. He let the sun shine on them and the rain water them, and when he thought they should be ready to eat, he went to have a look. As he came up over the hill, to his surprise, he saw a strange bush growing in the middle of the field. When he drew nearer, he saw that it was not a bush, but the top of a gigantic turnip. "I've never seen a turnip as big as this one," he said to himself. "I must show it to my wife." So he took a hold of the turnip top, and with a great grunt, he pulled and pulled and pulled, but the turnip would not budge. So the old man shouted for his wife to come and help. "All right," said the old woman, "I'm coming." The old woman took hold of the old man. The old man took hold of the turnip, and they pulled and pulled, but they couldn't pull the turnip out of the ground. So the old woman called to their granddaughter. "All right," said the granddaughter, "I'm coming." The granddaughter took hold of the old woman. The old woman took hold of the old man. The old man took hold of the turnip, and they pulled and pulled, but they couldn't pull the turnip out. So the granddaughter called to the grandson over. "All right," said the grandson, "I'm coming." The grandson took hold of the granddaughter. The granddaughter took hold of the old woman. The old woman took hold of the old man. The old man took hold of the turnip, and they pulled and pulled, but they couldn't pull the turnip out. So the grandson called the dog over. The dog barked 4 times. As if it could have spoken, it would have said, "All right, I'm coming." The dog took hold of the grandson took hold of the granddaughter took hold of the old woman took hold of the old man took hold of the turnip, and they pulled and pulled, but they couldn't pull the turnip out. So the dog called the cat over. The cat meowed loudly, as if it could have spoken. It would have said, "All right, I'm coming." The cat took hold of the dog took hold of the grandson took hold of the granddaughter took hold of the old woman took hold of the old man took hold of the turnip, and they pulled and pulled, but they couldn't pull the turnip out. So the cat called the mouse over. The mouse squeaked as if it could have spoken. It would have said, "All right, I'm coming." The mouse took hold of the cat took hold of the dog took hold of the grandson took hold of the granddaughter took hold of the old woman took hold of the old man took hold of the turnip, and they pulled and pulled. Finally, the turnip popped out, sending everybody tumbling along the ground. That evening, the old woman peeled the turnip, sliced it up, and cooked a delicious turnip stew. She invited the grandson, the granddaughter, the dog, the cat, and the mouse to eat the stew with them. She gave the mouse an extra helping because he had shown that sometimes a little bit of help can make a big difference. I think you know what's going to happen next. Question time! Who were the characters in the story? The old man, the old woman, the grandson, the granddaughter, the mouse, the cat, and the dog. Is that everyone? Did I miss someone? What was the problem of the story, and what was the solution? The problem was the turnip was stuck. They wanted to pick that turnip, and it was stuck in that dirt really good. How was the problem solved? What was the solution? Well, lots of people came together and pulled and worked as a team, and it finally came out. Actually, they weren't all people, were they? I should have said the word characters. Did this story remind you of anything? It did for me. It reminded me of the story, The Lion and the Mouse. Remember the story where the lion gets trapped in the hunter's net, and the mouse comes over and helps the lion, even though the lion thought, "Oh, you can't help me." But in the end, it taught us that even if you're little, you can do great things. That reminds me of this story. That little mouse got 2 helpings of stew because it was so helpful. Even though it was little, it could do great things. Do you think something like this could happen in real life? There could be a farmer and a wife and a dog and a cat and a turnip. Could turnips grow this large in real life? No. I don't know if you know that, but that is not something that could really happen. Also, I don't think that you could call a dog and a cat and a mouse over to help you pull something out. So this story is definitely fiction or even make-believe. The last thing I wanted to talk about was this word. This word is gigantic, as in the part of the story where it says, when the farmer drew nearer, he saw that it was not a bush, but the top of a gigantic turnip. What does gigantic mean? Gigantic is something very, very big. Not just big, huge, massive, gigantic. Have you ever seen something in your life that has been exceptionally gigantic? No? Here, let me show you some things. Wow, those things were gigantic. All right, that is the end of this video today. So thank you for listening and learning with me. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.